Good day and welcome back to the channel, Understanding Systemic Police Corruption. My name is Samuel Clark, and today's discussion will be the numbers game, and that's the police numbers game. But before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe, because you won't get this information anyplace else. Now, the police numbers game. The police are obsessed with numbers. Numbers of arrests, of tickets, of summonses to go to court, and more so than the quality of interactions between the police and the citizens. More interested in numbers than on the ground supervision. And that presents a problem. Now, someone might say, well, aren't numbers important? To analyze numbers and data to determine the best way to use your resources? And the answer is yes and no. So let me explain. Now, this data can reveal areas of concern that are different. The police may look at the data and are concerned about one thing, but the actual residents in the area have a different concern. For example, the police could look at the data and say, well, we've had a surge in robberies. It seems like it's important, we gotta stop that. But the actual residents that live there, their concern may be that their cars have been broken into, that they've had numerous car break-ins. So that's what they're concerned with. And when they have discussions with their neighbors, most of them are talking about break-ins into cars, not any robberies. So that's a disconnect, because you're not really interfaced with the residents there in the area, and particularly certain residential areas or parts of a city that are over-policed, usually residents of black people. So there's a missing disconnect in those numbers. The residents see this type of crime as the problem. Police are looking at numbers and saying, okay, this is the problem. But you need to hear what the residents are saying. And this numbers disconnect between the residents and the police and how they're going to patrol, etc., is primarily due to an attitude by the police that says, hey, we're the police, we know what we're doing. This is how we're going to work with you. We don't need you to tell us how to do our job. And that's quite unfortunate, because not only is there a missed opportunity in dealing with the police service, but it kind of disregards the value of the people that you serve. And those numbers that many times the police look at are not a real means of reducing crime. And one that I talked about in a previous discussion was the arrest quotas. And there are many, many times that I dealt with situations and resolved those situations without an arrest, without an interrogation, where everybody was happy. You know, residents are happy, which is important, that's who you're serving. And their problems were solved, and they were solved without making an arrest, giving out a ticket, or anything like that. So it's not a true reflection. Those numbers are not a true reflection of how you are reducing crime. It's best to ask the resident who lives there what they believe is a reduction in crime. So that's it for this discussion. Certainly like, share, and subscribe, of course, because there's going to be much, much more to come, and you're not going to get this type of discussion almost anyplace else. And there will be longer discussions and information available on different platforms coming soon. So, stay safe, and I will see you very soon. Everybody